Something I've realized over the past year probably is 90% of smart homes aren't smart at all. I read articles saying this all the time, and I'm in the smart home industry, so maybe my eyes were blindfolded, but the other day I'm walking into my office, and I start talking to this guy. I tell him that I do smart home installations, and he's like, "Oh, awesome. I have a Ring doorbell, I have a Nest thermostat, blah, blah, blah." We start going back and forth. And I had already come to this idea, prior to talking to him. And I'm like, and I go, how is that for you? Like, what I find, is that a lot of people, they'll have the Ring doorbells, they'll have the Nest thermostats, they'll have their smarter things, set up, etc. And they installed it, they love it, but their wife hates it because they're breaking every day, or they have no clue how to work it. And to me, it just becomes a frustrating home, not a smart home. And that hit me. It's like, if you have a smart devices, it doesn't mean you have a smart home. Because what I look at is, right, there's a spectrum, right? You have the smart axis, you have the easy to use axis. And if you have one smart device, right, boom, you have it here. It's smart and it's easy to use. But as people keep adding more devices, right, they have their Nest thermostat, boom, smart and easy to use. They have their Ring doorbell. It's still smart, still pretty easy to use. But now they have more apps that they're dealing with. Then they add another one, and eventually they're all the way over here that's smart, but nobody knows how to use it but them. Their wife doesn't know how to use it, their husband, or their guests, their kids. Nobody knows how to use this but them, but they're proud. And I think it's the wrong approach. What I found is that a real smart home is a single app. It's an easy to use experience that gives you what you're going for with adding all that stuff, right? You want your house to be easy to live in, number one. You want your house to be more fun, and that's kind of why you're doing it. You want it to be safer for your kids. And that's the idea. Easy, fun, safe. But when you start doing all that, you get the safe, because you may have cameras, but nobody knows how to use it. So it's not easy. It's not fun. It's just a pain. And I think this is a part of the... I always compare it to what Steve Jobs did with the iPhone, right? In that you could have... They had many smart devices then, right? They had their, Blackberries, Palm Pilots, right? They had their digital cameras, which were a lot smarter than like a film camera. They had credit cards, which is a lot better than having, cash. But trying to carry all of that at once, right? If I say I want to go take pictures, send text messages, and, be able to do all these different things, it loses a lot of its allure. It's like, oh my God, I got to carry all this stuff to do it. And that's kind of how I look at having all of these different apps to have a smart home. It's like, okay, somebody's at the door. I look, okay, somebody's at the door. Now I want to unlock the door. Okay, that's on this other app. Let me close this out. Let me turn on the light because they can't see. It's like, I could have just got up and did it by then. So what's important is making that one cohesive experience so that your house is actually smart. And the way that we approach this here at Digital Home is by focusing not only on the software and making sure that you have that one single application that you're controlling everything by, but also the underlying hardware that's going into the house. So making sure that you're running wires throughout the home so that you have the optimal Wi-Fi throughout the house. Because at the end of the day, that is the backbone of any smart home. You must have a great Wi-Fi system. Then number two, making sure that from a power standpoint, certain devices need to be reset every once in a while. Many people here have probably, unplugged your router because your Wi-Fi wasn't working. It's the same as in a smart home. But you shouldn't have to go into a rack or find your router and do it. Automate that. Same with your cable boxes, same with your Apple TVs, etc. These are things that make your life easier. These are things that make living in that house more fun. And then lastly is the installation. I know things like that about resetting because we've been doing installation for 15 years. I know other things about the right hardware to pick for mounting your TV or putting things behind your TV so that your TV has the optimal color and optimal look to it, because we've been doing this for 15 years. And granted, right, this is the age of Google, and this will probably find its way on Google at some point. You can find anything on Google, but it's going to take you a lot of time to learn it, and it's going to take you a lot of mistakes to actually do it right. We've made those mistakes. We've taken that time, and that's our idea of things is get yourself a one-app smart home and then be able to live easier, smarter, and better. So I'd love to help you guys out with accomplishing that. Again, my name is Henry Johnson. I'm with Company Digital Home. If you have any questions about like how we accomplish all of that kind of stuff, you can always reach out to me. I'll put my email and phone number up here, but also the comments are always available to you guys as well. So I look forward to talking to you guys soon. I look forward to helping you get the smart home of your dreams, and you guys have a great day. Peace.